Modern Mahjong's here, and we are hearing your requests for a simple explanation of tiles on the card and specific rules about them. So let's get started. Let's start with pair. A pair is two identical tiles, like 9 dot 9 dot. A single or group of singles are tiles that are either on their own on the card or they're grouped together, but they are not identical. A group of singles, non-identical tiles, do not make a Pung, Kong, or other grouping, and we'll get into that next. Some examples of singles would be, or grouping of singles would be news, north, east, west, south, the year, like 2024 for this year, or if you look in the consecutive run hand this year, the flower 1, 2, 3, and then the two pungs of fours. So the 1, 2, 3 are examples of groups of singles. Rules about these. Pairs, singles, and grouping of singles, all of these rules apply to all of them. You cannot use a joker. So if you need to pause this, if you need to print this out, we'll have it in our Facebook group. You can never use a joker in a pair, single, or group of singles, no exception. Not if you have two jokers, not if it's the last tile you need, absolutely no exception, no joker in a pair, single, or grouping of singles. A player can only call a tile to be used for a pair, a single, or grouping of singles if it's for Mahjong. So you cannot call an east for NEWS for an exposure. But if that 14th tile, that east, is your winning tile, whether you're playing a concealed hand marked by the letter C, an exposed hand with the letter E, either one of those, if you have the 14th tile discarded, you can call it regardless of what you're using it for. A single, a pair, group of singles, any of those. A discarded joker can never, ever be called. So if you have a joker in your hand and it's towards the end of the game and you want to discard a safe tile, joker is the safest tile because nobody could call a joker for an exposure. Spacing on the card, for the example we gave 1, 2, 3, does not determine if a grouping is a single or not. So the determination of whether something's a Pung, Kong, or higher is when they're identical tiles. So news, 2024, 1, 2, 3, those are all individual tiles that are not identical and grouped together. And yes, the 2 and the 2 could be considered a pair in 2024, but regardless of that, you can't use a joker in a pair anyway, and you can't call a pair. So don't worry about splitting hairs. News, 2024, 1, 2, 3, groups of singles. Moving right along. What are identical tiles? Well, if you have 3 identical tiles, you have a Pung. 4, you have a Kong. 5, you have a Quint. 6, which we haven't seen in several years, you have a Sextet. These groupings can use jokers. These groupings can be called for exposures. You can call any tile, and what did we just say on the last slide? Any tile other than a joker can be called for an exposure. And reminder, a discarded joker can never, ever be called. So here is it all together, all of the different rules we just discussed, and we are going to put this in Facebook in our group on Mahjong Community. And if you're not on social media, send us an email at modernmahjong with 1G at gmail.com if you want to get a printout of this. If you have any other questions about topics, you're learning to play, you're an experienced player, you have a question about rules, strategy, ask us. Post on Facebook, send us an email, message us. Our visual companion guide for American Mahjong contains all of these rules and more. It is available on Amazon wherever you are, and you could save by ordering in the Amazon in your country. We are currently updating it to make any changes that impacted the rules from the 2024 Mahjong Made Easy instruction book. If you're into learning about canasta or want to up your game, check out Modern American Canasta, also on Amazon or modernmahjong.com. We do all of these videos because we love connecting our Mahjong community, helping players learn the game, helping players grow. We also invite you to visit our website, Modern Mahjong. We are 2 friends that started with Mahjong dice and have created a curated collection of Mahjong and canasta gifts and accessories. We invite you to join us in our Facebook group and check out our YouTube videos. You might be watching this on YouTube or through Facebook. If you subscribe, you can get notified when new videos are uploaded. Thanks so much for joining us and hope you have a great day.